that you get. That's your retirement benefit. But Social Security is actually made up of a couple of other different components. You've got a spousal benefit as well as a survivor benefit. And a great strategy makes use of all three and coordinating those. We're going to talk about the survivor benefit a little bit because the survivor benefit is a really important component of Social Security. Generally speaking, when you have a husband and wife, for example, when one of them passes, the survivor is entitled to the higher of the two Social Security benefits. So for example, we have a husband and wife. One has a $2,000 a month benefit. The other one has a $1,500 a month benefit. When the first person passes, and it doesn't matter which one, the surviving spouse will retain the $2,000 a month benefit, but the $1,500 benefit for the lower wage earner will drop off. Now, the reality is 80% of women actually survive their husbands by an average of 14 years. 98% of the widow benefits are received by women. So this is really a women's issue. We hear a lot of gentlemen that will come into our office and say, oh, I want to claim now. I want to get the getting while it's good. I want to make, I'm going to claim early so I can get my fair share. And oftentimes they are the higher wage earners because they didn't have to stay home and raise children. There are a lot of reasons for that, but I'll just be candid with you. It can often be a very selfish decision to claim early when you could make a selfless decision to optimize a survivor benefit, which is likely to be received by the younger spouse. So when and how you claim Social Security benefits shouldn't be made in a vacuum as an individual, but more so as a household, and how are those benefits going to not only impact you, but also the surviving spouse. And if you happen to be the one who is more likely to be the surviving spouse, you may be the younger spouse, and maybe you're the higher wage earner, maybe you're the lower wage earner, but don't let somebody else make these decisions without having that discussion first, because what we often see is that a higher wage earner, male, husband, claims early, permanently gets a reduction in benefits for the rest of his life. But when he passes on a much smaller survivor benefit to his spouse, who's likely to live much longer than him. And that could be a really selfish decision. We're going to talk about a few strategies that folks can use, both married couples as well as those who were married for at least 10 years and then divorced. So when we talk about these strategies here in a moment, just realize that everything we're covering could apply to both married couples as well as those who are divorced. And frankly, if you are divorced and you were married for 10 years or longer and you haven't remarried, you don't even have to interact or involve your ex-spouse. These opportunities are completely independent of your ex-spouse. Now, if you really want to know what is my optimal claiming age for Social Security, just make a note, write that down. At the end of the class today, we'll give you an opportunity to talk to us about that.